The software and everything, it ain't done nothing but give me problems. I had the right, I had the right, whatever you call that, for it and everything. But whatever's. These, I don't know. Sometimes that's the way it goes, though. Y'all, are you back? I'm back. I don't know what's going on with my phone. Ever since I updated it, it just don't work properly. Ever since I updated the software. So I don't know what to tell you guys when stuff like that happens. It's frustrating, to be honest with you. What up, Dave? I'm back. They say updates and everything are supposed to make your phones work better, not worse. Oh, goodness, I forgot my box of lures and stuff in the car. Oh well. I should have grabbed them, but I forgot them. Hopefully, you guys can hear me just fine. Thanks for liking. I appreciate that. Yeah. Take that off and put a jig for my pocket on so I can do some cracking for you guys. Some cracking. I don't want the 1/8 with as high as the water is. I really could go with a half and be fine, but I don't have a half. All I've got is a quarter and a 1/8. How's it going? Hi. We're having some technical difficulties today, y'all. I'm not gonna say it's my fault. It's not. I updated my software on my phone and stuff like that, and ever since it's just been kind of dumb. To be honest with you. Bro, get back home. Get back to your home. What do you mean get back to my home? This is my home. Anybody know me? Know I live at the river. This is the one true home of all homes for me. No, not today. I haven't caught anything today. I just literally got started and then my phone done something, and I couldn't. I was live, but it was acting like it wasn't doing nothing. So I got out of it and had to power my phone all the way off before it do anything. So turn it back on. So I don't know what's going on with it. I'm gonna tie on a jig here and why am I on Mars, huh? Well, because that's the only place to live, to be honest with you. I'd rather be on Mars than on Earth, I guess. Boy, for being the last 2 days of being able to fish, I'm having some issues. I ain't never had no issues with my phone, so I just don't know. Ever since I updated my software, man, I ain't had nothing but problems with my phone. Little good stuff here. Maybe it helps, maybe it don't. I'm gonna try and catch a trout. Don't worry. I'm gonna try. Gonna try and catch a trout, steelhead, salmon, whatever. There's plenty of them in there. I just want to catch a fish for you guys. Like I said, with this water being as high as it is, it's like 6 feet high. So it could definitely make it to where I'm not gonna catch anything. Or it could make it to where I'm catching more fish. Sometimes high water gets them active and gets them moving. Sometimes it shuts them down. Just the way it is. Like I was saying earlier, I'm surprised the water ain't all muddy, but as high as the water is. This is the highest I've seen it in a long time. For sure. I've thrown three different things so far since I've been here. Your dream after retirement, huh? Yeah, this is my dream now. I'm fishing. This is my dream. I mean, I've been doing this ever since I could, you know, fishing and enjoying life and trying to make you guys laugh. Laughter's good medicine, that's for sure. I even had to set up my tripod at a different spot today because of how high the water is. I love fishing too. Thanks, man. This is my retirement plan too, is just to come out here and throw jigs and stillies and spoons and everything else the rest of my life. I'd like to be able to retire now, but that just ain't gonna happen right now. Too early in life to retire, I guess. We got one more day of fishing the river for steelhead, and then, oh, I missed something. It could have been a rock cod too, though. Could have been a rock cod. I definitely missed something though, right there. We'll never know unless we get a second whack at it, but usually if it's a fish, you don't get a second whack, second opportunity at them. At least with the steelhead and salmon anyways. Seems like. Hopefully the water's going to cooperate and go down this evening or tonight before I get off work tomorrow for my last couple hours of fishing tomorrow, because it'll actually only be about an hour I'll get to fish tomorrow, but that's okay. I won't complain. I'll take an hour over no time, that's for sure. And then I might fish on Wednesday, but I'll have to go to the reservoir. I have to go get a fishing license and everything, and then go to the reservoir if I do fish on Wednesday. I don't know if I'm going to yet or not. The wife probably thinking he could at least stay home one day. I'm thinking, no, I got too many fish to catch, and I like to live stream and do stuff like this with you guys, you know. So you guys make it worth doing this, even if I'm not catching nothing. Although I think people get irritated because I'm not catching fish and I'm just talking and doing different techniques for you guys. So hopefully you guys are at least learning something, even if I'm not catching fish. Maybe learning on what not to use, right? Sorry for you guys that I had to cut the live stream short on because my phone started acting up. I don't know why, but it did. Tuesday's the last day for this. I would like to have a full day of this, but that's not going to happen. I got to work. I did do some beef fishing on Saturday, but I hooked a couple fish and lost both of them on the beach, so I wasn't too happy about that. Yep, it's definitely about patience for sure. Um, that's fishing for you in a nutshell. For sure, it's about patience. If you don't have patience, fishing is not the sport for you. That's for sure. I've got 5 rods with me. I've used 2 of them so far. And I've used 3 different things. I've used a jig, I've used the rattle trap, and I've used the Panther Martin. Next, I think I'll go to a spoon. Yeah, I definitely enjoy the process because the process is what gets it done. That's makes you have the success you have is the process of doing things, you know. If you don't get out and do it and try it, you're not going to succeed, especially when it comes to fishing. And it's like I always say, you know, with fishing, you got to try different things. You got to keep doing different things. You can't just do the same thing all day long. That's why I got 5 rods, and I might use all 5 of them in an hour of fishing. And I might use 5 or 6 different styles of fishing, for that matter, in an hour. So it definitely pays off to do different things when you're fishing, especially if you only got an hour to fish. It just may be what it takes to get bit an hour is throwing everything you can, you know. Like with this high water, I'm not so sure anybody's catching any fish, but I do see some fish eggs and guts on the ground, so somebody's been catching whitefish anyways. And maybe I should be fishing for whitefish today, but that's not what my heart's desire is. My heart's desire is to catch a nice, fat, juicy steelhead for you guys. Or rainbow trout. All right, let's switch up, do something different. Salad, anybody? We got salad. We got salad for y'all. What's up? Bass Brothers, huh? I like the name of that. I like the name of that. Bass Brothers TV, huh? That's a pretty good name. You're welcome. Not every day you see a cool name like that thrown out there, you know? Don't get me wrong, I see a lot of cool names in the live streams and stuff like that and in comments, but sometimes, you know, you get something like that, something different, you know? That's always cool. And of course, we always start in close. I hope you guys watched that, watch the Chinook video I put out today. I fished one lure for a while, and then I switched to a stilly, a spoon. First cast was the stilly, broke it off. And then about, I don't know, I retied and everything, and then about another. Of course, you don't see how many casts it actually took to get to that fish to bite. But I broke off, retied, fished some more, and finally I caught a Chinook on the spoon that I was throwing. After breaking off one. Yeah, that is true. That is a rare value today, that's for sure. So, but anywho, just like anything else, we start in close and then we work ourselves further and further out. I mean, that's basically steelhead fishing in a nutshell. And every one of my videos fishing on the river, it's always start in close, work yourself further and further out, and you can always come back and work the in close stuff or further out stuff again later. Just because you didn't get one on the first pass of things doesn't mean you won't get them on another pass. You know. Well, it's like I always say, fishing is 10% skill, 90% luck. You can know all you want about fishing, but if you don't have any luck, you might not catch anything. You might not catch anything. I just thank you guys for joining us, you know, and putting up with me and just interacting with me and stuff like that. That makes all these live streams that I do special. You know, on a day that I post a video, normally I don't like to live stream. But the only reason why I'm live streaming is because I'm fishing a lot, one, and two, it's so close to the end of the season and it's going to close. And I figure, why not put out a video and live stream today? And I think I've been doing that on the past couple Mondays too, so. And if you guys recognize this rod, this is the rod I caught that Chinook on in that video. So if you guys haven't seen that video, go back and watch it, please. It'll help the channel. But I promise to do my best to live stream tomorrow and catch a fish for you guys tomorrow. I promise to do my best. It is a nice river. It's world class for sure. People come from all over the world to fish this river. I mean, it's truly world class. We get a lot of Russians around here too, fishing the river. We're on the Deschutes River in Warm Springs, Oregon. Basically Warm Springs, Oregon, because Warm Springs is right there. We're right here. This is the state side. That's the reservation side. So yeah, we're basically in Warm Springs. We can't fish in Warm Springs because that's the reservation and we have to abide by their laws if we go over there. And if we go by their laws over there, that means no fishing whatsoever. I got a sneaky suspicion somebody's been cleaning some whitefish over here. Got guts and whitefish eggs all over the place. Like I said, maybe I should be fishing for whitefish today instead of steelhead and stuff, but I don't know. I like to catch me a steelhead from time to time. Well, most of the time. And if I'm not catching them, I like to try to catch them anyways. I almost think maybe it would have been better to go fish the shallow stuff, but there's so many fishermen down there today. When I pulled up, there's 5 vehicles pulled up over there. So, to me, fishing the shallows just, I didn't want to fight and compete with other fishermen for the fish that I could probably not catch up here. You know, you just never know. What up, Ron? Yeah, I like to catch anything from time to time too, but You know, I didn't bring the whitefish setup down here with me today because I really did just want to focus on stillhead fishing, even though it's been slow the last few trips, but who knows? What is going on? Must have been a weed or something. Dead fish. Yeah, that's why I didn't fish down there, because I didn't want to combat fish. And it's not carp that I'm fishing. They're fishing for. They're fishing for whitefish, which is a good fish. I mean, I ain't got no problems with a whitefish, but I'd still like to catch a stillhead instead of fight them for whitefish. But that's why I'm up here instead of down there. Tell it's kind of a little chilly out because I can see my breath. Tells me it's a little chilly. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed that salmon video. I got some comments I got to go and answer after I'm done with the live stream. I just been busy fishing, so I didn't get to answer all the, or working. So I didn't get to answer all the comments today so far, but I'll get to them after I'm done fishing, I think. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. Dislike if you have to. I don't mind. It helps me to better the content. We'll try to better the content if you guys are honest with me. I'd like to think everybody likes my content, though. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. I've had some pretty bad comments in my days of being a YouTuber. So I know not everybody likes my content. Yeah, salmon, they're a fun fish to catch. I like hooking into them. Of course, right now, you know, we can't intentionally target them, so any fish we do hook is on accident. Because when you're stillhead fishing, literally any fish swimming in this river, a little salad. Yeah, rainbows. Basically, when you're stillhead fishing, anything in this river will eat what you're throwing for stillhead. So whether it's trout, even suckerfish. I've caught plenty of suckerfish doing this. Whitefish doing this. Trout. So yeah, it's definitely how it works when you're stillhead fishing, though. Install tiles for a living, huh? Well, I clean buildings for a living. I clean actually the schools. I'm a custodian in the school district out here in Oregon. So that's what I do for a living. Other than fish. That's my second living. So I'm sorry that some of the I'm sorry if I cut some off because of my live stream on my first live stream attempt. My phone just was going and acting strange for some reason. I don't know why. So I'd like to see some of them that were commenting before I cut the other live stream off back on here, just to know that they're still watching. Because I hate to do that to folks, but sometimes you got to do that in order to get your stuff to work properly. That current is ripping. I'm drifting way faster than I normally would normally drift. Sure. Yeah, that is, you can't ever complain when you got a decent job working for, the state or the school district or whatever. That's, I was lucky to get the job though, to be honest with you, because I tried getting on at the school district before and never had any luck getting even an interview. And then this time, finally, I got an interview. So, and got the job. So, I honestly thought I'd be driving truck my whole life, the rest of my life, but sometimes it's good to have a change of pace. It truly is. Working for the school district, though, it's wow, in New Jersey. Wow, that's I think any job in one of them big places like New Jersey. New Jersey, you're right, is a big place, right? Big city stuff, right? At least I'm thinking that's what it is. Um, Big cities probably pay pretty good. I'm guessing. I mean, I haven't lived in a city since I was a kid, and I was growing up in Missouri. Ow! I just got hooked in my finger. It came right out though. So I'm gonna switch to a float and a jig. Because you know me, I got to throw a jig and a bobber once in a while. And if at all possible, I'll throw two different styles of jig and bobber. And of course, I like to put a little smell them on there to think that it gives me a better opportunity to catch a fish. I don't know that it works too often, but hey, I'm going to say it does. I like to believe that putting a little extra scent on there is going to help me catch more fish. I just cannot believe how high the water is. I mean, I should because of how much rain we've got, but that's just, in my opinion, that's a little excessive high water. I've seen it high before, but usually when it gets to be this high, the water gets to be this high, it usually gets all murky and brown instead of clear. So that's kind of what's throwing me off a little bit. I mean, I have seen it get high and not get murky, but not very often. At least this high, anyways. I think I'd have a better viewing if I wouldn't have had to didn't have to restart over, and I just left out what I was doing for fishing wise here. Because before I had the name, had what I was fishing for on it, but now it's just like I wanted to get back to it quickly, so I just left some details out of the description or name of the video, I guess, or live stream, I guess. Names of videos, if you're ever thinking about getting into YouTubing, names of videos can be very important on whether or not you get views or not. So make sure that if you do get into doing YouTube stuff or even TikTok or whatever's, make sure that you get a proper name wording in there. That way it helps get you views. It definitely makes a difference. Is a drone counter? Yeah. Well, I'll just start fishing the reservoirs for trout. I'll just start fishing the reservoirs for trout and stuff like that. And then once it warms up, I'll start fishing for crappies and bluegill and bass and more trout. And because in the warmer months, we've got a good warm water fisheries too. Warm water fisheries such as crappies, bluegills, bass, catfish as well. So yeah, I mean, in the colder months, it's primarily just trout fishing in the reservoirs and stuff. Plus, we got like the upper dish. Well, I don't know if it's the upper or what, but um, part of these chutes further up doesn't close. So if I wanted to, I could go up there and fish for trout. You see, the steelhead won't go that far up because of the dams. So realistically, I could go up there and fish for trout. And up that way, I usually fly fish for the fish up there when I go up to that part of the D chutes. So, and then we got the Crooked River, which is another trout fishery. Um, Fall River is a great fly fishing only river. I've got videos out on that. You might want to go check those out and see some of those fly fishing videos from up there. Fall River, those are pretty unique videos. The water looks like it's straight out of a movie scene. It's unbelievable. Trust me, not not too many waters can compare to this body of water. But for a smaller body of water, I would say the Fall River is just that beautiful. I'm telling you. Some of the conversations are pretty chuckly that's on here. Oh yeah. Which lakes you talking about up there on the Great Lakes? I mean, there's a lot of them up there, right? You can fish the mouth of the tribes. Saving Grace Outdoors. Hey, how's it going? We're doing great. No fish yet, though. No fish yet, though. I like the name of what yours say is Saving Grace Fish Outdoors. That's a pretty good name, too. I like that. I'm telling you, man, some of these names y'all come up with are pretty good. They're better than Gman Fishing, that's for sure. G-Man's all right compared to some of the names I see. Hey, my wife is on there. Hi, wife. How you doing? Yeah. My wife is tuning in right now. She's watching me not catch anything. She just said, "Did you want me to cook lamb for dinner?" That's not even a question she should be asking. If there's lamb in the if there's lamb in the house and it's in the fridge, you probably should cook it because it's gonna be good, right? I was just having a little fun with your wife. Yeah, yeah. I would love to have some lamb if you want to cook it, dear. Yeah, that would be tasty. Yes, we all want lamb. Oh. Well, that was sweet of her to ask me on live stream. That was very sweet of her. And then my kids, our daughters, they used to join me a lot on fishing trips and stuff when they were younger. Now that they're all grown up and one of them got kids of their own, they don't go out too much. But I do have some stuff with my grandbaby out, and some stuff with mama and baby and auntie and dad before he passed away. So you guys could always go back and look at that stuff too if you guys wanted. Um, Unfortunately, we lost him this year. That was hard. That was really hard, especially on mama and baby. You'll take your shepherd pie style, huh? Sounds like everybody wants lamb, dear. Oh, that's great. Everybody getting involved with the dinner plans. Oh, that's great. I like that. Oh, that's great. See, you guys can even get involved in G-Man's dinner plans. You guys like that or what? I think it's great. Well, I don't know if we're going to catch anything, but it's definitely getting colder out here. Let's switch up styles again. Do something different because something's bound to work, right? You would think. Especially with as many styles as I'm throwing. All right, let's go to the other jig and bobber setup because it's a little darker color. And sometimes that's all it takes is going to a darker color. So this is what they call a woolly booger style jig. It's much bigger than the fly because of the jig head. But you won't because I'm here, huh? But anywho, let's get some shrimellum on there and fishing out of Oregon, right here by Warm Springs, Oregon, pretty much. The Warm Springs is just across the river on the other side. So we're fishing right here on the state side of the Warm Springs Reservation. So basically, right there at the reservation. So yeah, we're going to do a woolly bugger underneath the slip float instead of a stationary float. Because it's easier to cast the slip float when you ain't got much room, because we don't have the room we normally have because of the high water marks. The high water. So that's why sometimes it can be harder to cast a stationary float because you got so much line behind you hitting the weeds in the ground. So it can make it harder to cast. So that's where a slip float, you can reel all the way. I'll show you. let's see here. Best way to do this without putting my rod or reel in the um, see, with a slip float, you can roll all the way up to a slip float, okay? And then only have 2-3 feet dangling behind you. To where with a stationary float, if you're fishing 7 feet deep, that's 7 feet behind you that you're trying not to get snagged on the bushes or the branches or the weeds or whatever behind you, because you can't reel it up to 2 or 3 feet. To where with the slip float, what makes it nice is you can roll all the way up to the float and cast it without having all that extra line behind you on the ground and bushes or any of that stuff. So a slip float can make all the difference in castability, to where a stationary float, when you don't have room, you can't do that too. So it's always nice to be able to have a couple different styles of float situations to better your chances for castability, but also it may increase your chances of getting bit. It may not. Thank you. I think it's a beautiful spot too. See, and then you throw that slip float out there, and what happens is that all that 7 feet that you might have had before is now at the depth that you want it to be at. No goat on the hill today. I haven't seen goats on that hill, but I've seen goats on the hill behind me though. So see, and then when you cast that slip float out, I know you're joking, but there are some goats running around though, for real. But anywho, the slip float, once it hits the water, is what happens is I'll show you the float stop. You see, because I don't think I showed you guys that. What happens is that float will slide all the way up to your line, and it'll hit this float stop. So just because you were casting with only 3 feet behind you, see, what happens is that slip float will go all the way up to this, to where you can have it 12 feet, 20 feet, 3 feet deep if you wanted. So it makes it nice to have a slip float for castabilities. So it's a good way to cast when you ain't got no room. Okay, questions. Yes, that's very important, to release what you don't need and pick up after yourselves. Always very important. Thanks for joining us, Ron. They good eating, but they ain't. Yo, this is fun, though, for real. Remember, I'll be out here tomorrow. I'll be live streaming again tomorrow. So hopefully my phone don't act up tomorrow like it did today, to where I had to stop and restart. So hopefully if we don't catch one today, we'll catch one tomorrow. Yeah. I'm not even going to answer that one. So, wife, hopefully you're making enough lamb for all the other people who's joining us for dinner. Sounds like we got a good list of people coming over. Thank you. Good night. Come on, fish. We only got a little bit of time left. Thank you for subscribing. Well, thank you. I'm glad it's a blessing. Hi. Um, now that you found the channel, if you go and you leave a comment on one of my videos that I posted, like the one I posted today, the salmon fishing one, hey, leave a comment on there and then I'll find you and then I'll be able to subscribe to you as well. Because when I get comments and stuff on live stream, I can't see after I'm out of the live stream, I can't see the channels and the name of the channels. So if you go and you leave a comment in my salmon fishing video or any one of my fishing videos, I'll be able to find you and it'll make it easier for me to subscribe to you and also watch your channel as you watch mine. I appreciate that. Thank you. Because I do subscribe to other people who subscribe to me. You're welcome. Whee! Definitely getting cold, starting to get darker. For sure. Come on, fish. Cooperate with us a little bit here. We've thrown a bunch of stuff at them today, that's for sure. And that's only within an hour of fishing, you know. Oh, excuse me. A little indigestion picking up. Yes, this is fun. This is definitely fun. I'll look forward to seeing some of the live streams that you guys do as well. Because there's a couple other guys who follow me that I follow. They do live streams and it's cool. Good to be able to see other people's live streams. That's fun and it's good interaction with other YouTubers as well. Going to adjust my depth a little bit. I'm going to go about, I don't know, probably about a foot higher or deeper. That way, because with the water high, a foot deeper may not make a difference. You know, I may have to go another 2 foot deeper to get to that depth that I'm looking for, but you never know until you try. thing about steelhead fishing is if you're bouncing bottom once in a while, you're getting snagged up once in a while, you're probably catching fish too. You're not just getting snagged up and bouncing bottom all the time without catching fish, because you're usually doing both. You're usually snagging up and catching fish. So it's important when you're steelhead fishing to be bouncing bottom once in a while, getting hung up, stuff like that. You're going to catch fish doing that. So much fun, so much fun. Whew, so much fun. Just don't know if we're gonna get anything today, y'all. I really don't know. It's I was hoping we'd get something, but it don't look like that's gonna happen. This time is surely dissipating for the day. And we'll get about the same amount of time to fish tomorrow. And then it'll be done for the river will be closed for 4 months. Then we'll go fishing reservoirs and everything else. Yeah, that's for sure. That's very true. A fish of 1,000 casts for sure. I like to say 10,000 casts because it can be that too. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Once again, I just like to thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining us, Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. If you dislike it, please let me know. I appreciate that when you guys do that. Because you guys are being honest with me if you don't like it. That helps me to try to better it. Do I eat noodles? Sometimes, yeah. Fishing time, let's go. I like the name of that. I'm fishing for steelhead right now. And the season's drawing to a close, and really, I've got tomorrow, and then it's closed the river's going to close for 4 months. And so basically what it boils down to is I got an hour tonight, and I got an hour tomorrow, and my hour for today is almost over with. So, and then I'll have to wait until tomorrow when I can get off work and then come fishing again. And then it'll be closed. The river will be closed for 4 months, and then I'll have to start fishing the reservoirs and stuff like that for trout and stuff, which is fine. I like fishing for trout. We're in Oregon. In beautiful Oregon. We're in Central Oregon, to be exact. Oh yeah. So did you take a break to go watch the video? Sweet. That's pretty cool. So yeah, it's I can't ask for more, Being able to work a full-time job, plus YouTube and live stream. I didn't bring none of the recording gear today. I did bring the mic though, so you guys can hear me better. I was gonna bring the. No, I'm not getting any fish yet. I'm trying. I've thrown everything at them, including the kitchen sink, for only having an hour to fish. So I'm throwing 5 different rods and 7 different things at them. So I've definitely thrown a lot at them for only having an hour to fish. Next time bring a net. I really didn't want to net that fish. See, the salmon fishery is closed, so any fish that we catch on accident, as far as salmon goes, technically we can't take out of the water. So it's best just for me to unhook that fish and let it go. So it worked out better that I didn't net the fish. Less stress on the fish that way. I was just saying get the net because my buddies were across the river fishing. How old am I? I'm 43 years young. Turn that around and I'm actually 34, but I'm really 43. I always like to switch the numbers. Try to make myself younger than what I actually am. It never works. Never works. Step check. Good check. Good check. So yeah, at 43, I still feel like a spring rooster, so I feel good. No, can't use bait. It's all artificial flies and lures. That'd make you, hey, there you go. You're 83, nice. You don't like that? LOL. Yeah, come on now, have a little fun. Enjoy being 83. Do I work out? Just putting food to my mouth and casting a fishing rod all day long. Yeah, that's how I work out. I used to run 7 miles a day. I got lazy and put on a lot of weight. So I'm about way more than I should be, but the only one that can change that is me. And right now I'm perfectly fine with being a round guy. I shouldn't be, but I am. You'll stay at 38. Good job trying to stay at 38. I mean, if you can stay at 38, tell me how you do it, and that way I can stay at 43, you know? Or 30, that way I can stay at 34. But no, I do have plans on trying to get rid of some of this excess weight because the doctor don't like what it's doing to me. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, all the good stuff, you know. I just shaved it. This is a new beard. This is a new beard. If you want to see me without it, you got to go back and watch some of the videos because It ain't coming off again. I had a hard time shaving it off. Yeah. And the only reason why I shaved it off was because I told my grandbaby when she turned 2 I'd shave it off. So, and then even I was too chicken to shave. I had to go to the barber shop and have them shave me off. So it's a good 5 o'clock shadow going on there. It'll be back soon enough. Yeah, that forearm and wrist. Yep. Just keep munching, you know. Drinking them cups of coffee, you know. Soda pop. Oh yeah. Really, if I'd cut out all the sugar from my diet, that'd probably save me a lot of weight, a lot of extra weight. Between salt and sugar, that's my big issues. Hey, I always say the only ones who don't have a beard, and the only ones that don't have a beard is youth. In my opinion, if you can grow a beard, you should probably have one. I'm not saying that you should grow one, but in my opinion, I just feel like a beard is the way to go. You know, when I shave, yeah, still head fishing. When I shave, nobody recognizes me because I don't ever shave. So when I shave this time, everybody's like, "Who is that?" They done a double take. Who in the world? So yeah, shaving's not on my list of things to do ever. Since you was 14, hey, way to go. That's I like that. A beard since you were 14. There you go. Y'all, we are running out of time for today. I'll give it 2 more casts. Then I'll say the last cast and then maybe another 20 casts. And then I'll call it, okay? Because you know that famous last cast always ends up being more. I might as well be honest with you. I'll say 2 more casts, then I'll last cast. And then 14, 20 casts later, I'll be done. But really, for real, once it gets so dark, Oregon laws, you can't fish. So yeah. I really do got to think about not doing too many more casts. Cool, you got another sub. Right on. Yeah, you just got to keep casting, right? You just whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I said that was the last cast 500 casts ago. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's truly an honor to get to interact with you guys. You know, you guys make this worthwhile. You guys truly do. Truly do. I can't wait until I start bringing my kayak out fishing again. That's always fun. I like fishing off my kayak. Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate you saying that I'm fun to watch and all that stuff. I didn't think I was that funny, but hey, I'll take it. I like entertaining you guys. It's good time, good time. I just wish the fish were cooperating more, especially since it's so close to being over. So close to being over too. I think if we could use bait, I might have had a few more bites, but who knows? You just never know. Oh yeah, Panhandle of Florida. Huh? Cool. Now that paddle boat, is that one of those ones where you use the oar, or is it the feet paddle thing on the boat? Because I know you can use the oar or you can use your feet on certain boats. So that's why I ask if it's the pedal thing. Because my kayak, it's the foot pedal. It's the old town kayak with the foot pedal. That's always fun. Because then it's pretty much hands-free fishing. You can pedal with your feet and fish and not have to worry about using your hands too awfully much, except for, going one way or the other. Y'all, I do not want to do this, but wow, 5-person sun dolphin, wow. Well, that's pretty neat. Cool. Well, y'all, I hate to do this, but I'm going to have to say the final last cast is going to happen because it's getting late, it's cold, and I'm starting to dance here. I'll just put it that way. And I don't want it to get awkward, so that's why I'm going to get off here. So, y'all, till next time, this is Gman Fishing. Remember to catch, kiss, and release fish once in a while. It ensures a future fishery for everyone. So, y'all, thanks again for joining us. One more day of live streaming, y'all. Yep. One more live stream before the end of the year, and then it'll be over. And, y'all, we appreciate y'all joining us for every live stream, every video we put out. You guys make this possible. If it wasn't for you guys, none of this would be feasible. So y'all, take care until next time. This is Gman Fishing, and we're out. If you lamb, I'll do my best. I can't guarantee you nothing because you're not here. So sorry if it don't last. My bad.